You posted a lot about being Chinese, or at least being in a Chinese era. And I genuinely don't know if I'm allowed to ask this, so you don't have to respond, but are you Chinese?
Mandate of heaven. I took the Chinese throat syrup for my throat, and I don't know if it's gonna make me any better at Mahjong. You know it's looking dire when the game that I did the best in today was one where nothing happened. It's Yusong.
Hello, Hina. It's great to meet you.
It's great to meet you too. How are you doing on this fine, what day is it Thursday?
I'm doing okay. I'm surprised that you decided to start your year off with mental torture and trying to get a Yakuman.
No, well, because I did it last year. Because someone was like, wouldn't it be funny if you did a stream where you had to stream until you got a Yakuman? And I was like, fuck, it's genius.
What's the protocol here? Like, if we can tell that you're close to a Yakuman, do we help you out, or do we have a code of honor here?
I think it's player's choice. It's a dealer's choice on whether they want to help or harm, I suppose. Do you have a PNG?
Hang on, I can send you a PNG. Would that work?
I don't know how much you know about like VTuber stuff.
I have a Fuji Tech.
Ooh, yeah. Dude, oh my god. Like, you wouldn't know about it because it was, like, such a specific thing. But, like, back in 2020, to get a Fuji Tech PNG working, you had to do a browser source, and then you had to copy and paste a custom line of code into like the edit like text section, and you had to like download an image and like, oh, but do this image, and like you had to like load it from a file on your computer. So every VTuber collab beforehand, everyone would have to show up like 30 minutes early so that everyone could get their stupid reactive PNGs set up. And then Fuji blessed us with just like an API thing.
I'm sure that wasn't difficult wrangling 3 other streamers 30 minutes before any given stream.
Oh boy, howdy. If you couldn't tell by the fact that I was like 3 hours late to my own event, then yeah, no, it's like a nightmare. It's like hell on earth.
How's the stream been? Has it been hopeful, or has it not even been like close at all?
I've been chilling. I haven't gotten into Tenpai, but we've gotten close with a couple of Suankos. But
hell yeah.
I mean, I've already done this once, so it's kind of like a yearly tradition thing. So I know what I'm getting myself in for. If I really start getting desperate, I can just play Sanma.
Absolutely. I farmed some of my most clickbaity thumbnails using 3-player.
Dude, literally, like when cause you know, I'm a VTuber, and so I have VTuber viewers, and when I first started playing Mahjong, they were like, oh, that's awesome, I'm gonna start playing too. And they would send me screenshots to be like, look at this Yakuman that I just got. And I was like, you got this in Sanma, didn't you? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, you didn't get a Yakuman, brother. It's like if you visit Japan and you only go to Tokyo. You didn't go to Japan, you went to Disneyland.
Mahjong is already difficult enough where we shouldn't gatekeep, but we should gatekeep getting Yakumans in Sanma.
Yes.
That simply doesn't count. That's too easy.
Yes, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
When you did this last year, did you have to resort to, you know, some degen Sanma to finish it out, or did you?
I did not. What happened last year, the 2 main highlights of it were that someone got a Yakuman before me, and I dealt into it. And then it took me like another 3 hours afterwards, but I did eventually end up getting a 13 Orphans. I'm mostly going for Suanko and 13 Orphans just because the other ones are like so rare. It's not really worth chasing it unless you get like a god pull, but
yes.
It's mostly just an excuse. I even forgot, also, going back to streamers not being professional, I even forgot that I had a front page slot for this. So,
oh my god.
Yeah, I was considering, oh, maybe I just shouldn't even stream today. And I like had it set up to like simulcast to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And then I was like, wait a second, didn't I apply to be on the front page? And so then I checked my email because for some reason there was not like a notification on the website, which I really think they should have. But I checked, they were like, you were approved, brother. Because I know a few other people have applied but not gotten it. I've applied twice and I've gotten it both times, but I also think that I'm good at writing things that sound like they would be a great like professional thing for Twitch to like brag about. Like this one, I was like, yes, and it's all true, technically true. I was like, yes, this is an event where I teach people how to play Mahjong and broaden the exposure of this great game and blah blah blah, right? And they're like, ooh, yes. It's not something that's like not just playing a first-person shooter and saying questionable things about certain groups of people. Very, very good.
Of course. Honestly, it was all like relatively truthful until we reached Great Game, and then we have some issues. I've been on the front page once before, and so all I remember is that you need like 15 different security feature sets. So I'm assuming everyone in your chat right now has a confirmed email, a confirmed phone number, their retina scanned, and now in Amazon's database. Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah, that's what they ask you to do. You do like the fully like turned on security stuff, like fully auto mod, to the point where auto mod is like saying like, you can't say stupid because that's a mean word. It's like, oh, okay. Are we posting on Blue Sky or are we streaming on Twitch? You know?
Yeah, it's incredible that you're on the front page. This is maybe Mahjong Soul's first time on the front page.
Really?
I don't know. Just
that's
guessing.
Crazy. Maybe. I don't know. Henya's played. I don't know how much you know like VTubers and VTuber stuff, but
I do know a lot about VTubers.
Henya the Genius has played Mahjong before, so that's a pretty big thing too. I have the ever so coveted golden paw print as well because I have been fortunate enough to oh my god. Oh my god.
Holy.
Damn.
What's the origin story for your paw print?
So one of my best friends, Mari_en, Fish VTuber.
Of Phase Connect, of course.
Yes, of Phase Connect. She's like done stuff with Mahjong Soul before. They were like, oh, you're friends with her. Do you want to do like a commentating thing on this tournament that we were hosting? And I was like, yes. I was like, oh, yes, of course. And I was trying to be as professional as possible. Like, yes.
Stay cool.
I'm a trustworthy individual. Of course I would be. I would love to work with you, and my people will talk to your people, but on the inside I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get the paw print.
I've been here trying to do my best bootlicking for like a long time, and I'm still without paw print. But you know what? I'm coping in that, like, it like makes me more authentic somehow. I don't know. I'm harder to stream snipe, so that's my cope.
Yeah, exactly. The funniest part for me about having the paw print is that I'll go into, because I don't stream ranked. I stream like games with my friends, or I stream like playing with chat. The funniest part is like going into a ranked game and having this paw print, and then people are like, oh shit, they got a paw print. And then I get my ass beaten and I'm like, oh fuck. I got the paw print and it's even more embarrassing to lose now.
This game like truly serves humiliation like no other game. I once lost the most embarrassing ranked game of my life to an account whose name was Gooner2006. I still remember it. And I just had to upload that YouTube video afterwards, and there was nothing I could do about it. I'm just getting owned and getting emoted on.
It's a humbling game. I tell my chat, you know, because not all of them are that interested in Mahjong. I'm like, well, if you want to learn Mahjong, it's a game all about coping. That's like the #1 skill that it teaches you. It teaches you to cope and to see the little bit. But it's like, I like to say it's like 60% skill and like 40%
15%
luck.
Concentrated power of will.
Yeah. 5% pleasure, etc. Because it's just enough skill where there is like a noticeable gain in like win rate and such if you apply yourself to like learning theory and like reading the Ricci handbook and like learning Suji and noticing like the tile patterns and stuff like that. But it's also enough luck that pure novices can beat people who have done all of those things frequently enough that it feels surmountable to get into, right? What got me into it was that I had a friend who would always brag about being so good at Mahjong, and he's like, oh, he's master rank, and like he's the only master rank player that we know, you know, who plays Mahjong or whatever. And
I thought you were gonna keep this conversation private. We don't have to out my history like this.
No, it's my other friend Rezul, who's the only other guy I know who has a master rank.
I'm so sad that Rezul, I don't mean to derail, but Rezul's not streaming anymore, and like I never got a chance to talk with him or anything.
Well, let's just say that I can bring him out of retirement if you ever wanted to play a game with him.
Wait, what do you have blackmail or?
No blackmail, but he's the only time he's come back to play was playing Mahjong with us. Me and, if you know them, Chromu and Uo Slab.
Yes, Uo Slab, mad scientist, Chromu. This is unfortunate, but this is all I know. A lot of like P-centric fan art. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
This is gonna ruin my.
That's accurate. Yeah.
Oh.
She's so funny.
I've watched a lot of your Mahjong collabs with like Ecto and Chromu, and so I'm well versed. I just don't want to admit all of this because it's kind of like very parasocial for our first impression.
That's fine. You did your research, you know.
Yes.
This is kind of like a VTubing. It's probably all streaming centric thing. Have you ever like collabed with someone and they ask you to collab and then you get into it and then you're like, they get like upset at you for acting the way you always do on stream and you're like, bro, like you're the one who asked me to do this. Like, why are you mad that I'm being myself?
No, I thought you were gonna say like, has that happened? And then like you know more about them, which is often the case. But no one's ever gotten mad at me. People have gotten mad at you for just being yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that it was a big thing in like VTubing especially, because something I've noticed that's really funny about like face cam, like flesh tubers or whatever, is that they don't like doing anything with anyone. They don't like collabing. They don't like streaming with other people unless it's like, you know, at a certain point I get it too, where it's like,
wait, I'm lonely as hell. What is everyone else doing? I'm giga lonely.
But VTubers, like, kind of the nature of it is that everyone is like really, really social, and like collabs and big group things are like par for the course. So like, especially like early on in like 2020 and 2021, you would get these like absolutely deranged like group pics of where it's like, oh, we're gonna get like this like horny lewd tuber and like this like say-so person who doesn't even say fuck on their stream, and like, you know, like
tag
this
yourself
random
on the say-so
man that no one knows or whatever.
Oh
and
no,
just like
I'm that.
Yeah, and we're just gonna put them together in an Among Us lobby, and they're gonna start yelling at each other and taking it way too seriously. I've had people like get like interpersonally upset at me over something I did in an Among Us game, and I'm like, brother, I'm sorry that I sussed you out, bro. I don't know what to say.
Is it a thing of like you don't know how old people are? Because sometimes like, especially with VTubing, it's because no face is showing. Like, I'm so scared right now because like I'm really scared of saying the wrong thing. But it just, and then you scroll down to the about, it's like, whoa, oh my god, I need to leave. Like, this is not.
It's so much that where it's especially in VTubing, because like I don't wanna, you know, I love VTubers, I love the community, but it's so obvious that so many people have never had to work a real job in their entire lives, and you're like, it's like, what?
As soon as you messaged me, I hope this is okay thing to say. I was like, oh, like I feel like we can both mask as normal people because we were the way we were exchanging like, oh yeah, I'm doing this stream, blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, this is so normal. Like we were both masking. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, you know, that's like what you do when you don't know someone that well. You're just like, yes, I have enough social awareness that I should not be a freak in front of this person until we've at least talked a little bit. And some people don't have that, and that's fine. Some people are just unapologetically themselves all the time, and that's fine. What I don't like is again that thing where people get upset at you for like doing your thing, and it's like, you invited me to this stream, brother, and you're gonna get upset that I didn't know that you don't like cursing or whatever, you know? But the social aspect of it is crazy.
Do you feel like every single time I do a collab, I genuinely get like nervous? I'm like, okay, lock in, buddy. You got to be normal at least for the first 30 minutes. Then you can maybe let loose a little. Do you do you also feel the same way?
Oh yeah, for sure. It depends a lot too. When you do collabs with like big people, it's like, I'm gonna make a fucking idiot out of myself, and they're all gonna hate me and wish I was dead, and I'm gonna embarrass myself. I'm gonna say the wrong thing, and then they're gonna get mad at me.
I'm gonna accidentally reveal that I've seen the wrong fan art of Chromu, and now things are gonna be very awkward.
That's hilarious. She would think it was so funny.
Okay, great.
Chromu is such a fun person to collab with because she's so easygoing. Also, hi, Chromu.
I'm not about to...
Thank you for the raid. She's here.
Wait, no.
You Song, say hi. Say hi to
Oh,
Chromu.
hi, Chromu. Earlier, Eden was saying, do you know Chromu? And the only thing that I said was like, oh yeah, they have like a lot of like P-centered fan art, which is genuinely the only thing I know. But I've also seen you two collab together. I know you're both very funny and entertaining. So it's not just that. I know, you know. Yeah. With what you were saying earlier about like a novice can like beat anyone in this game, I've gone into so many collabs being like, cracks knuckles, I'm gonna show these noobs like what real Mahjong is. I'm gonna show them that it's not just luck. And then finding it impossible to win while playing so sweaty. Like this game, yeah, this game is not good if you want to like save face or seem cool.
Like, with other games, like if you play a fighting game or something and you're really good at it and you're like, yeah, oh yeah, I can sweat, I'm gonna pick my main, like I'm gonna show off, right? But Mahjong, it's always like if you talk big smack, and I love talking smack, like for sure, you know, I think everybody does to a certain extent, but if you talk shit, you can't even back it up if you are better than them, which is also part of what makes it so fun, I think, where it's like, damn, there's like literally nothing that I can do.
It's even worse when you're like trying to teach someone like, oh, you should discard this tile, and then because it is genuinely like mathematically the right tile, and then it screws them over immediately. Like no, the comedic timing is too perfect.
It's so good. It's such a good game. That's like the story of my life with Slab. I don't want to brag or anything, but statistically speaking, I think that I am a better Mahjong player than Slab is. But he beats me all the time, and it drives me crazy. He doesn't play ranked. He doesn't know Suji. He has not read the Ricci handbook, and yet he beats me like almost every time we play, and it drives me fucking crazy. Because in fighting games, there's Yomi, which is reading the mind of your opponent, right? And you play mind games, and you're like, oh yeah,
that's real.
You know,
oh my god.
Yeah, well, it's a concept where it's like, oh yeah, oh you always like touch your nose before you do a command grab. So then you're like, yeah, don't touch your nose or whatever, and then you get into their head and you fuck with them. Like, is he doing that to me subconsciously, and I'm not even fucking realizing it or something?
Next YouTube video is like programming a potato to cause my friends actual anguish by beating them in Mahjong Soul.
Yeah, he did. One of his earliest projects for YouTube, at least, was he made the bloodsucker from Akagi.
Oh wait, oh my god, wait, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Have you ever seen the Akagi tiles in real life? I have them. I just don't have like a 3 other degens to play with IRL.
Oh my god, no, I didn't know they made those, but that's awesome. How, like, was it like $8,000 to get them imported from Japan or something?
It was imported from Japan, but like it was a very reasonable price on eBay. My wallet survived, and it's not like I'm scared for the Hololive set. Like that one might be prohibitively.
Oh my god,
that one might be prohibitively expensive.
I need to like get in on the because the same company did a Persona 5 Mahjong set, and it was like $400, but it didn't have the Ricci sticks and like some of the like tile like token stuff.
Yeah.
So probably Hololive's probably gonna be about 500. Hopefully the company has to be in Japan, but so we're gonna have to get hit with those nasty tariffs. But
yeah,
man,
but they put your Kami Yoshi on a red 5. You have to.
I know. Because normally, you know, my favorite Hololive members are gone now. They're quote unquote gone, let's just say. Except for Bibu. She's my favorite. And ever since she's gotten into Hololive, some might even say that even before she got into Hololive, she was one of my favorite streamers. And the fact that like she's part of this Mahjong set, I'm like, bro, I need to have this. I need to have this Mahjong set. And I really want an auto-shuffling table, but getting one imported is like $2,000.
Yeah, the auto tables, I hate to like be the bearer of bad news, but the auto tables also only work with like auto table specific sets. You can't cram the Sanrio Hello Kitty tiles in there, and like, even though that would be the greatest Mahjong event ever. Yeah, but yeah, everything in Mahjong is expensive.
Yes, because it's so niche in the West. It's like, it's such a hyper specific, like Eastern, like Asian game. right? That really the only places that you're gonna find any interest in it in the West are like Vancouver, like San Francisco Bay Area, basically nowhere on the East Coast or the Midwest. Like, good fucking luck, basically, if you don't live somewhere like, you know, the Silicon Valley or whatever.
Hina, you've posted a lot about, you just mentioned an Eastern game, you posted a lot about being Chinese, or at least being in a Chinese era. And I genuinely don't know if I'm allowed to ask this, so you don't have to respond, but are you Chinese? I'm asking as a Chinese person. Okay.
I'm not Chinese, but everyone has been talking like that, and I'm like, you're really gonna? I mean, I don't want to be rude or offensive or anything, but everyone's like, yeah, I'm basically, you know, all these white boys being like, yeah, I'm basically the most Chinese person that's ever lived, and it's like, okay, well, if you're so Chinese, then why won't you do the accent?
We don't need to give people a pass, you know. Yeah, they're doing just fine by themselves.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that you should be able to do it if you can speak fluent Mandarin.
Yeah, then you've at least paid your dues.
Exactly.
You know a little calligraphy.
You've put it in there, right? It's hard though. I've learned a little bit of Japanese, and that's like a tier 2 language, and Mandarin is like tier 3.
What do you mean on difficulty, not in terms of
difficulty? Yeah. No, isn't there like an official like ranking thing for language difficulties?
Oh, you know, that I might not know of. I thought you were just going off of like subjectivity. Like these are my favorite.
No. There is, I'm pretty sure, like when you're learning them, there's like general difficulties. Like Korean is like tier 1 because, you know, they like redid the whole thing to make it like as easy to like learn to read as possible. And then like German and Spanish and French, I think, are tier 1s as well. And then tier 2 is like harder to learn stuff, but like still has more rules that make like logical sense, I guess. Like Japanese and like a few other languages are in there. And then tier 3 is like the hardest languages, and it's like English and Mandarin and Cantonese are in that category.
That makes sense. The way that you're describing it, I feel like I've watched a Super Smash Brothers Melee ranking of all the characters in a very like similar.
Yeah. Like a tier list for the languages for difficulty.
Yeah.
You know, I would say there's a very high skill cap to Mandarin for sure.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you learn how to input buffer some Mandarin, it makes like the playing online a lot easier.
Oh yeah, no, I bet.
Speaking of like niche games, you've also played like The Binding of Isaac and stuff on stream. Like, what is like? Do you have like a genre of game that you gravitate to?
Mostly, I mean, I think that this is something that's definitely worked like against my favor, because you obviously know a lot about this, where it's like online typically the best quote-unquote strategy for growing your content is to pick something that's like a niche, particularly if it's underserved, that there's an audience for, and then lock in, and that's all you do. That's all you play. All you do is one thing, like you're a Mario streamer, or you're a Mahjong streamer, or you're a Call of Duty Arc Raiders, whatever. Right?
And I don't feel like I'm in a prison. I don't have any regrets, and I feel free to do my own thing. You play like a variety of things. There's no
I wouldn't say I don't really lock into anything. Well, and you know, honestly, going back to VTubing and stuff, I think that that's one of the most interesting things about the community and what kind of like drove me towards it, as opposed to like other kinds of streaming, where particularly in 2020 and 2021, it still happens, but like not really as much, I would say. It's like primarily people that are trying something new, right? That are trying to do something different, or like getting into it and just trying a bunch of different things and seeing what works, right? Because usually, you know, other people, it's like, I love League of Legends and I only want to play League of Legends and I'm just going to stream League of Legends. And that's what streaming was for a really long time. And then VTubing comes along, and it's people are like, I guess I'll play like this game because I like it, or whatever, or I'll do this, or I'm not good at singing, but I want to try singing because that's what VTubers do, you know? And there are a lot of people who I've been following since like 2020 who have gotten really good at some of the stuff that they've set out to do. Like one of my favorite streamers, Karagi, she started and she was definitely new to singing when she started, and she's really, really good at it now. And she's put in like a ton of effort to improve and to like do covers and music stuff. And it's like the growth like that. It's kind of like, I don't know how much you know about like Japanese idol culture, but that's like one of the parts of it that I really like in VTubing, like the cultural stuff, where
I'm terminally online. Like I think I know too much about VTubing.
but that's part of the appeal, right? Where you watch someone and they start out and they're not very good at streaming or singing or whatever, and then you get to watch them like grow as time goes on, you know?
Do you have a thing that you're like, damn, I'm glad that I like started doing this earlier on, now I feel a lot more confident?
Just kind of like streaming in general. I was pretty like nervous when I first started streaming, and like I was really, I mean, just I like, maybe it's too broad, but just like I wasn't really very good at living when I first started streaming.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, I didn't really have very many friends. I never reached out to people. I didn't really have any hobbies that I really cared that much about. I was like, yeah, I guess I just like playing video games and watching anime. So then like doing streaming has kind of like pushed me into becoming someone who actually does things that they can be proud of just in general, I guess. So
wait, that's genuinely such a nice thing to say. That's genuinely just a very heartfelt, sincere thing.
I mean, it is.
I think like 99% of streaming is like finding out like what makes you confident, and like I genuinely, that's like probably one of the things that I'm still like very, very self-conscious of. It was just like, oh, I felt like I lost confidence. I felt like everyone could smell it, and as a result, it was a bad stream, and that you should feel bad forever and ever. So yeah, that really resonates with me.
Yeah, can I tell you about a story? One of the most like recently formative like things I've ever done on stream.
Oh my god, please.
Have you heard? You know Northern Lion, of course.
Yes, my Oshi.
Did you watch him play Trick Shot Simulator?
Yeah.
I watched that, and I was like, oh, I'll give this a try. Haha, that's funny. I started playing it, and then I got to the one where you have to hit a shuttlecock into a cup with like a rotating thing on a drill, right? And I got to that one. Like all the other ones, I did, and it was like fine. It was like 3 hours in, and then I got to this one. And then like I was streaming for like 9 hours. And it was late as fuck. I was streaming till like 4 or 5 a.m. like every day. And the first day I ended it and I was like, oh, I didn't do it, but I can definitely do it. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I'm gonna like reset and I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna do it. And then I came back and then it was 9 hours of hitting the shuttlecock into the cup and I didn't fucking get it. And I ended stream. I was like, I can't keep doing this. This is driving me crazy. And I was like locking in. I was like not talking. I was not making jokes. I was just like, no, I have to time it and I have to do this. And I was locking in for 9 hours and I could not do it. And I ended stream and I was like, if I do not get this fucking shuttlecock into the cup, they are going to hate me. My chat is going to hate me. They're never gonna let me live it down. They're gonna get mad at me. They're gonna stop watching, like all of that stuff. I was like, but I can't do it. I'm not strong enough to do it. And then I came back the third day and I was like, I need to reset like my mindset. I have to just be chill. I have to chill out. And then just like after another like 6 hours, I was just talking about some bullshit and not even paying attention. And I got the shuttlecock into the fucking cup. We make so many submarines. I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. But it sounds like it's real. It sounds like it would be true. What the fuck? Jam alert! Fucking jam alert! Oh my fucking god! The jam!
God.
And I had never felt more vindicated in my entire life than in that moment. And I think that that's why Trick Shot Simulator is such a good stream game, because it truly does boil streaming down into its like constituent essence.
It's a Sisyphusian task, and it's like, in one way or another, whether it's doing that or like, you know, Mario 64 speedruns, or trying to climb your way out from Master 2-star into Master 3-star, it's like, like having that kind of like goal in mind is nice to rally around.
It is. Being like, if I get the thing into the cup, then everything will be okay. They won't hate me if I get the thing into the cup, but they will hate me if I give up on getting the thing into the cup. It's not about making it into the cup, it's about the will to get it into the cup.
And that's going to be cross-stitched on a pillow and released as the next line of merch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you do, like, singing? Like, do you also partake in, like, the idol-esque side of things?
Not really. Like, I'll do karaoke sometimes if it, like, strikes my fancy. Mostly, well, we'll do these Fortnite collabs. And we'll do a little drinky every now and then when we're a few drinks in, we like to do karaoke stuff. And we make Slab play Neutral Milk Hotel on his guitar because we think it's funny.
Wait, awesome.
Yeah, well, because he's one of those guys who's like, oh yeah, like I know how to play every instrument because I'm so engaged in my own life and blah 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 blah, whatever. You
mentioned that like last night you were partying, but earlier on stream you were like, I had 2 beers and then my stomach hurt. How accurate is that? Has that been exaggerated for comedic effect, or was it really 2 beers?
I would say it was 2 beers and a glass of champagne, and then my tummy hurt. But also what I didn't mention was the fact that I ate like 30 pieces of ham from a charcuterie board as well, and that maybe is why my tummy hurts so bad.
The Geritol is hanging on for its dear life. It's working so hard. If you heard any judgment, it's not justified, because I can have half of a beer and I will be red from head to toe, and my body, my entire body will be itchy. It's like my skin is on fire. And so like I don't drink, not because holier than thou. It's just I can't do it. I physically cannot handle it.
I'm like that, but only with red wine. But I know the feeling. I do get like the flush in the red when it's like red wine. I think maybe I'm allergic to the phosphates or something, but other stuff. Speaking of alcohol, it's so easy. It'd be so easy to be a chain smoker and an alcoholic if you lived in Japan, because alcohol is literally cheaper and more abundant than water.
It's shocking about how like going to the grocery store is like a nightmare right now, but like alcohol is still really affordable. Yeah, that's wild. Are you going to Japan anytime soon, or have you just come back from a Japan trip?
I just came back and I went with a bunch of friends and we had a really good time, except that like 5 days into the trip, we all contracted a horrible illness, which was, I think it was just like a small flu that like everybody who lived there was like, oh yeah, it's just like, it's just like a little cold, but it hit us like a fucking truck, and we were bedridden for days. Like I legitimately thought I was going to die at one point. I thought I was gonna die, and I was messaging the group chat, and I was like, I feel like I need to go to the hospital, but if I go, they'll kick me out of the country. And then they were like, what? And then I like slept for 18 hours and they were freaking out. They were like, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need us to send someone to you?
Did you think that they were gonna be like, hey, you're too sick, you're gonna get our whole country sick, you need to leave?
Well, because when I was going in, I saw some shit on the fucking wall at customs, and it was like, if you don't have travel insurance and you get sick in Japan and you go to the hospital, then you will maybe not be allowed entry in the future or whatever. And I'm like, well shit, I don't have I was like, I don't need travel insurance, and then I actually probably maybe needed it.
My God.
So maybe next time get the travel insurance, or also just go.
It is cool that you didn't die though. Like, did you still get to do the things that you wanted to do for the trip?
Not everything, unfortunately. I really wanted to go to the Osaka Castle and the Osaka Aquarium, and we didn't get to go, unfortunately.
Would you ever dare set foot in a Mahjong parlor in Japan?
Hell no. They would fucking kill me with a hammer if I walked into one of those things. They'd be like, they get mad at you if you do not make your plays instantaneously.
There's so much like etiquette. Like if your side of the wall is like, it's like polite etiquette to like shift your side of the mahjong wall so that it's easier for everyone at the table to grab. And there's like a million small, like tiny etiquette nuances that generally don't matter, but I will say, after having played more IRL Mahjong, and then someone takes like a little bit longer, it is a little tilting, and I hate that. Yeah, I genuinely hate that. I'm like,
it's like those memes where it's like autistic people when they meet someone who's 1% more autistic, and it's like, geez, read the fucking room, buddy, and it's like.
Between us, who do you think is 1% more?
Me.
Okay, it's your stream, so I'm not gonna argue, but like, I don't know. Yeah.
Now, I physically stim IRL, so I think that I have, like, the ultimate autism card for sure. Because everyone will be like, oh, haha, oh my god, I'm stimming. And then they're just, like, saying, like, meme words. You're just, like, repeating a meme or whatever. And I'm like, that's not stimming. I stim because I literally, like, physically start shaking my arms when I get too excited. And everyone's like, you need to get a 3D model so that we can see it. And I'm like, no. That would be embarrassing.
It's hard being normal. I don't know, like I genuinely, the first time when I started like doing more and more collabs on Twitch, I would just like think about it for hours afterwards, being like, what happened? Like either I was too quiet, or I feel like I didn't blend in, or I was like too much or something. So I don't know. It's hard. Like, because you also want to be entertaining. It's not just to hang out either.
It's a common feeling for sure. Something that I think is underrated when it comes to collabs, because like prototypical, you know, in VTuber fashion, particularly for like larger collab groups, let's say like 8 people, like an Among Us thing or whatever, everybody wants to be the main character, and everybody wants to do their bit, and everybody wants to, I'm gonna be the big funny guy in this collab, and this is my bit and my character that I'm gonna do. Something very underrated is being someone who can play off of someone else. Right? Like being someone who keeps the conversation moving along, or if someone else sets up a joke, then you yes and them, you know, and you build on the joke that they're trying to set up instead of just trying to do your own thing, because it gets really frustrating when it's like 8 people in a call and they're all trying to do their own thing, and they don't like clash with each other, and they don't mesh. I
get what you mean. I personally love asking questions. I just think it's like a nice thing to do in life. And I used to be a big podcast listener, and I used to like work more in podcasting, and I was like, I've had enough like 4 dudes talking over each other for my entire life.